Designing your user interface inside Dittofi is simple. You can simply click on the element that you would like to edit, and then use the Styles panel on the right-hand side of the page to update the styles for the element. For example, here I am updating the color of my heading. You can also add new elements to your apps page by clicking on the Add Elements button on the top right-hand side of the screen. You can then use the search bar here to search for elements that you want to use. For example, here I'm going to search for a div block element. And then you can drag and drop this element onto the page. You can add more elements to your app in the same way. For example, here I am going to add a table element, which I'm going to nest inside my div block element. Inside Dittofi, you can build multi-page websites and apps. To see a list of all of your apps pages, click on the Pages button here. If you are starting from an app template, you will see various different pages here that have already been built. You can click on the different pages to switch between the different screens for your app. There is one page at the top here, which is called the Home page. This is the index page for your app. To create a new page, click on the Add Pages button at the bottom of the Pages tab here. This brings up a pop-up which has a number of modern, customizable UI templates that you can use as pages for your app. Each template can be entirely customized. However, if you'd rather develop something completely from scratch, you can choose the blank option. Once you've selected a page that you want to use, click the Create Page button to create the page. After your new page has been created, you can click on it to view it, and then you can use the settings in order to set page settings such as the name, description, and URL. In my case, I'm going to use the name Accounts for my page. I'm going to set the description to Page to display user accounts. And I'm going to update the slug to say Accounts. Click Save to save the changes to your page settings. To see this new page live, click the Build Code button here. This will build all of your app's code and will also deploy this code directly into the Dittofi hosting environment. After the code has been built, you can press the Preview here. When you press Preview, this will default to the home page or the index page for your app. In order to see the new page, you need to update the URL to include the slug that was set when you updated your page settings. So we now know that it's possible to give your page a name, a description, and to set the URL or the slug for your page. However, there are also some other page settings that we have not looked at yet. In order to see these, let's go back to the page settings. So inside here, we've already seen that we can update the name, the description, and the slug. However, there are also other settings down here to update the SEO, import custom code snippets into your header and body tags, import custom CSS frameworks such as Bootstrap, Tailwind, CSS, and set page variables. If you make any changes to the page settings here, you need to press Save in order to apply any of the updates that you make to your page settings. Lastly, to delete a page, you can expand the Pages panel, search for the page that you want to delete, and then click on the downward facing arrow that is next to the page and click Delete Page. So, you now know the basics of how to design a user interface inside of Dittofi. In the next lesson, we're going to go over elements, and we're going to learn about all the different types of elements that you can use in your app development.